episode 3. Sorry for the delay. My computer was in the shop. I was getting more storage on my PC here. And Sam was in town this weekend. He actually just left today. And he was in for Friday, Saturday. Today's now Sunday. Playing a lot of games. If you check out our podcast episode of Psychology and Life from the Perspective of a Hat, that'll come out this Tuesday, of which we just recorded. Here we basically talk about how we probably didn't have 2 hours where we weren't either playing a game or sleeping. It was a good time. We had good times. This episode, I kind of wanted to go over what I believe next steps are for SpikeHat Games and Sea Dogs and Scallywags, because we're coming in on the final weeks here on determining if we are a winner or not of the Panda Games manufacturing grant. That's for $25,000, and that's going to determine a lot, because, or even just into 2026, we're going to have to start either crowdfunding our game or just outright purchasing it and hoping that we're going to have backers that will be able to buy our product, or stores that can, maybe purchase our game and shelve and retail. But the first step is buying art, which the artist that we have lined up is not going to be able to get to any sort of any artwork until January or February even, she said, because we took a little bit of time deliberating on that, because originally she said December, and now she's had other projects, and she's busy until January now. So that really sucks, because it's hard to understand what we should be promoting if we don't have artwork. There's only so much I can do on either an Instagram page or Facebook or anything that showcases our game and its progress without showing our AI art, which I don't want to do, for obvious reasons. And there's really nothing we can do. So we're gonna have to wait for that. I post a lot about other things. I'm making Rocket League videos here. Oh, by the way, did some off-camera grinding. I'm back into Champion 3 finally. What's my MMR here? 1354. But yeah, going back to SpikeHat Games, we had a good time this weekend, and next weekend we're going up to Madison, Wisconsin to attend Proto Spiel, which is a game designer event where a lot of indie developers and game designers come together and play test each other's games of all levels of where the game is at, right? They're very, very new games, very refined games, and everything in between. So that I'm really looking forward to, and honestly, I'm looking forward to the networking part of it as well, because again, that's the hardest part, where finding the traction and finding the interest in our game. I know there's going to be someone interested in our game. I know there's somebody that would want to purchase our game even in the stage that it's at now, where it's not even finished. Well, I mean, if it were a final product without working out all the kinks and maybe the little bit of flaws it may have right now, I know people would still want to buy our game. So I know there's a demand for it. Game designers, game enthusiasts are always happy and excited for new games, and that's what's awesome about our space. And everyone is so willing to participate and support especially the little guys like us, they're so willing to help us out, which is so cool. And yeah, so I know there's a demand for it. The hardest thing is getting people to really see it. We need people. We need the eyes. We need the. Oh wow, you got me. What do you miss? We need people to know we exist, and that's the hardest part. So, I think that, and I know this is kind of repetitive here because I've talked about this in the past, but I think that mediums like YouTube and Instagram and I guess Facebook is a great place, but I guess we just haven't been utilizing it because everyone says, yeah, Facebook, create groups. Facebook is amazing to showcase your company and your games, but we have not found any success there at all. I think we maybe get 1 or 2 likes from like Sam's mom or Sam's girlfriend, and that's about it. There's no other eyes on our posts on Facebook, and I don't understand how you get eyes to the Facebook page, like, because just posting on Facebook, well, it will just be shown to our followers, right? And so how do we get new followers? The formula doesn't really make much sense to me there, but I guess it's a combination of everything. You need people from here on YouTube. You need people from Instagram and Reddit and Facebook to all to work together. You need to tell people there, hey, go to Facebook. You need to tell people from Facebook, hey, go to Instagram, go to my the YouTube channel, which is, I guess, where our weak. It's not our strong suit. It's we're not the best at networking, and really that's everything. I haven't really talked about this on our podcast or anything, but I've thought about it where you can have the absolute, maybe I talked about this last episode, but you can have the absolute best product ever, but if you're just not a likable guy or girl, if you don't have the face for it, if you don't have the social skills for it, it's ultimately going to fail. Like it could solve world hunger, but if you can't grab people's attentions just with people skills, then your product is not going to have any outreach, and it's ultimately going to fail. And I think I have a lot of people in my life that can help me with the people skills, and I don't think I have poor people skills, but the networking aspect of it. Like if you put me in front of someone to network or just give me the opportunity to talk with people, I think I do well. But it's getting those opportunities, the networking that's wow, 2 forfeits in a row, both for and against. The networking is the piece of the puzzle that's getting those opportunities, is that piece of the puzzle that is just hard for us. So we're gonna do a lot of networking at this event, which again we paid for. So that's another hard thing where there are. I'm sure there are tons of free options for networking, but where are they? How do you utilize them? How do you do it shamelessly? Because this event that we're going to, I think, is awesome. I am gonna use this as an opportunity to grow and connect with others. But we had to pay $50 to go here and spend a weekend in gas and whatever to go up to Madison and attend the event. So I don't know. YouTube makes sense to me. I've done YouTube in the past. I'm not sure this series and these videos are for everyone, if anyone. But I know there's outreach. For example, the first video of this series, I think, has maybe 100 views or whatever. The second episode, I think it has 7 views. It's like a 10x difference, which honestly I could even contribute just to the thumbnail of the videos themselves, like, which is unfortunate, I think, but also maybe fortunate in the way that I understand what it takes for the success on YouTube. And yeah, it's just the inconsistency that sucks, though. But I've made a post on Reddit recently about asking for help on from other game designers, saying, "Hey, where have you found success? Where have you gone? What have you done to show, or that you have seen success?" And people have responded, and they have seen the results that, you know, we're looking for, which is super uplifting, right? Like, to know that somebody else has done it, that is basically in the same boat as us, is amazing. Like, that gives me confidence, because I know Sam and I can do it. It just is going to take that much more of a push to get it done. So anyone listening here, please, like, anything that you can do to help with, just honestly, just a follow. Like, I've heard that so many times, but just one follow on Instagram and Facebook is, like, it's literally the biggest help, because once you hit those thousands of followers, that's where you actually have some traction. That's where you actually have something, right? Like, that's where it all begins. Like, I've heard so many times, oh yeah, you need an email list, make a website and get people to sign up their emails. And I've just always thought, like, well, what does that actually, that doesn't do anything. That doesn't do anything. And to an extent, like, that makes sense, but it also doesn't, because yeah, that can lead to sales. People, if people are willingly giving you their email to follow your project, that is showing interest, and maybe you only convert 10% of that, but that's what it takes. Since we had 3 forfeits in a row here, we'll play 4 games for this episode, give you guys an extra treat, right? Oh, back up to Division 3. Let's go. We're 1372 MMR. Let's go. 1435, I think, is grandchamp. And you can see we get about 9 MMR per win. So that's the goal here in this series. Trying to get back up to 1435. How long that will take? Maybe it's 5 episodes. Maybe it's 10. Maybe it's 50. Maybe it's 100. But well, we're gonna do it either. We're gonna try either way. Oh no. But yeah, every single like and comment and follow and subscription on, like, YouTube channels is great. And it, just like I was talking about last episode, I will be reviewing other people's rulebooks and whatnot. So, if any of you guys are designers here, shoot me a message, shoot me an email at SpikeHat Games. That's the Gmail at gmail.com. And we can go through rulebooks. I'm gonna upload probably the first rulebook probably tomorrow. Maybe even 2 tomorrow, but maybe I'll record 2 tomorrow and upload 1. But yeah, that's something I want to offer. I think that'll generate a lot of interest in what Sam and I are doing, and I mean, I'm happy to provide that service as well, just because, again, that's what the whole community is. It's people being nice. As weird as it sounds, it's literally, you know, just people being nice to each other. It's people having genuine interest in other people's projects and games, and it just seems like a cool hobby. Seems like a really cool hobby, and I'd love for it to be sustained, because it does. If you want to be a designer that actually creates games that cost money, and it would just be it would just be awesome if we could sustain, if we could not be drowning. So yeah, our biggest success so far, oddly enough, has been our podcast, Spikeology and Life from the Perspective of a Hat. I almost kind of I love, the podcast was really meant to be just like video audio journals of us, and nothing more, like just for our own sake, right? In 5-10 years maybe even we can go back and see what we were talking about back in November of 2025, right? But it's been our biggest hit. People really like it. Obviously right now it's just family and friends, but I love recording it, I love doing it, and I almost, because it's been such a big of a hit, I almost regret calling it Spikeology, because that's a made up word, right? So like when I plug it anywhere, people really don't know what to look up, but that's Spikeology, SPIKO, or SPIKology. And that's because Sam's last name is Spika, hence where SpikeHat Games comes from. And so our podcast is Spikeology, like the study of the spike, which is Sam. Sort of clever, sort of not. I think it's catchy, but doesn't make any sense to anyone who doesn't know the ins and outs of who we are. But where I really need to see success is maybe in like our YouTube channels, and Instagram, I think, is where we really need to shine, because people like Instagram. It's like, I think it is the biggest social media platform, and a lot of it's the biggest platform, and a lot of people use it, a lot of people see it, and you don't even have to use it for updates on the game. Like, it's not specific, right? We could really post about anything, although it should be maybe updates and anything about our company. Wow, that was a terrible shot. Sorry, I was locking in there for a second. But yeah, I think I figured out on at least this video series how to make the Rocket League overlay more crisp from the recording, because I noticed the past 2 episodes of, have like the Rocket League recording has been choppy. It's been like blurry, and so I asked good old ChatGPT what's going on there. So hopefully this fixes it. This is going to be a test run, and then hopefully we can start gaining some more traction too, because I'm super excited about it. I really hope that Sam and I can get something going here, especially with some connections we've made on Board Game Geek and through the networking event this next weekend. It's gonna I'm not gonna say it's make or break, but we've been doing this now for probably maybe not 4 months, maybe it's only been 3, but it's hard to see zero growth, right? Where it's almost like the opposite of any skill and hobby. With any skill and hobby, you see the most growth right out of the gate, because you know nothing, and so you learn and you learn and you grow really fast out of the gate, and then as you get more experienced and more skilled at it, the not efficiency, but almost not productivity of learning, but your growth diminishes, because it just, the more you want to learn, the harder it is to get up to those expertise levels. And but you don't see that in the social media. You know, the kicking off part is the hardest part from the start. Once you have the following, it's easier to grow from there. I believe, just because you have that security. Once you have thousands of followers. So yeah, guys, that was my brain dump for today. Let me know if you enjoyed. Please comment, subscribe, like, go to all the socials. Website should be coming up soon as well. And yeah, any questions? Let me know. See ya.